They moved up in the draft to get him, to make sure that they had him. And, boys, he got the full package. Loves the game, big-time arm, 4.4 speed, so good that another quarterback prospect said to him, "What's it feel like to run 4.4? Everybody wants to be that fast."
A gain of 12 yards. That's good for us Steelers.
Here's Fields. Austin is there and brings in another one. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. Out of the gun, Fields steps away to his left. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Fields, we know he has the good mobility. He flashes it there as he scrambles for the first down.
That's good for a Pittsburgh Steelers.
A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up. Here's Fields. Fires the out route and completes it to Harris. Spins by. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 12-yard line. Harris running straight ahead. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. Fields now to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Harris. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler. Najee Harris from 13 yards out. And the Steelers put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him? And you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. Chris Boswell now for the extra point. And he'll put it through to make it 7-0 Steelers. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it was finished off by a Najee Harris touchdown. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. Out comes the offense for the Bills, led by their quarterback at 6'5". That's Josh Allen.
I remember when he came out of Wyoming, the big question mark, could he be accurate enough to be a star in the NFL? I think it's safe to say he's put all of us in our place and put those doubts to rest. He can roll out and run it. He can bomb it over your heads. Everything in between. He is an absolute nightmare for defenses to try and prepare for. And when he's on, he's an MVP caliber player each and every time he takes the field.
Flushed out right. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
To the air, Allen. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down. From the gun, it's Allen. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Queen. And he brings this one back. It's a pick-6 for a Steeler touchdown. CD, what a sensational start for this defense. Instead of just forcing the 3 and out, which they were about to do, they pick it off and take it in for the score.
Yeah, I mean, they didn't just settle for the standard good way to start a game. They started in dramatic fashion. Take it away, score points, and guess what? They'll be flying to go back out there on defense again after that play.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. So here come the Bills out for their second drive. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. Now Allen to try again after the pick six. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. From the 31, here's a 2nd and 9. Allen. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Cameron Sutton. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. And it's caught. And in for the Steelers, touchdown. Calvin Austin from 6 yards away. And the Steelers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Boy, still in the first quarter, and look out. I mean, they are on pace for over 80 points in this game. I don't know that they'll get there, CD, but this has been impressive to watch so far.
That certainly would be history in the making, wouldn't it, partner? I'm glad we're here to actually watch and see if it actually happens, although, like you, I have my doubts, but they are firmly in control of this game.
Extra point put through by Boswell, and it's now 21-0. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. Been a nightmare of a first quarter for him. 2 interceptions, 1 return for a touchdown. As he starts again here, 1st and 10. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 right at the 30. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Here's Allen to throw it. A quick throw there is incomplete.
Nowadays, quarterbacks don't mind throwing into coverage because of the confidence they have in their receivers to come down with the ball. But sometimes you have to be careful you don't get too confident and throw an interception.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Throwing now is Allen. Escaping the pressure right. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down. They do go for it. Here's Allen. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Completes to Shakir once again. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. Past the 20. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. Cook. is not going to advance very far. He'll be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. This is caught. Touchdown, Bills. James Cook from 4 yards out. And the Bills are able to cut into that deficit.
Well, since we don't have a rooting interest in this one, neither one of us wanted to see this one get out of hand too early. Here we are in the first quarter. That was an important response for them to score, already down 21.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback. And we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. So for this offense, Charles, remember, drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and, you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute. But did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it, and afterwards they'll say, there was never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one.
Back to throw. Fields. He'll let it fly for Austin. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
I've got a good friend in football, always talks about predictive history. He's got one of their 2 touchdowns. You can understand why they tried to find him again. Weren't able to connect, but the thought, that was good.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. On 4th down, Corliss Waitman on to punt. Call that a 45-yard punt, just 2 yards there on the return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Buffalo set to get the football back here. And right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've gotten pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 18 yards the gain for number 18.
I tell you what, when you're down on the scoreboard, you've got to look to your stars, and that's what they do here to start the drive. I wouldn't be surprised if they looked his way a few more times in short order. That one, well designed, and it's a quick 1st down.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Now Allen. Hitting Samuel on the slant. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And Cook has it left side. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. From the gun, it's again to Cook. And he stopped immediately there. They got to get it to the 21 here on 3rd down. Allen going to throw. Touchdown! Khalil Shakir, 29 yards. And the Bills have got it back to within a score. Here's Bass now for the extra point. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now. So that drive 6 plays, 75 yards. And it was all polished off with a Khalil Shakir touchdown catch. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, My replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Now it's Fields. This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's 3rd down. Well, those two have hooked up for a touchdown once already in this game, that time unable to find the completion.
Yeah, it just appeared they wanted to get him out into open space and try and get him the football. As you mentioned, unable to connect.
And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely, maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. They're going for it. This is Harris. And he gets it to the 32, good enough for a first down. To throw is Fields. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Pick made by Terrell Bernard. And he'll take this all the way down inside the 40. So that changes things. You get the interception, and then to boot, a good return tacked on.
And really, it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's one you would think the defender would win. But a nice job there of seeing the play all the way to the end and making the tackle by the QB.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here.
And they'll take over here following the interception with a chance to tie the ball game. It's 1st and 10.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Up the middle, it's Cook. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. And his throw is incomplete.
I spotted man coverage on the outside. I expect we'll see a lot of that from this defense as this game moves on. And that was a good job there as that one was knocked away.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. To throw, it's Allen.
And Allen going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. And the Steelers are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
And he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory.
Fields. That's swung out wide to Harris.
20! And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A big play that time on the catch and run. 36 yards.
He was not the primary target. They expected to get the ball downfield. Instead, checked it down. An old coach of mine used to say to us all the time, when they check it down, that should end the down. In this case, though, he foiled that in a big way and turned it into a big play.
And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Najee Harris with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Steelers go up by 2 touchdowns. He's showing the different ways he can hit you in this first quarter. 1 rushing, 1 receiving touchdown.
He's showing us he's not just a stereotype, isn't he? Not just a guy who carries the ball out the backfield, can get out into space, make plays with his hands downfield. That's a pretty good combination right there.
Defensively, you'd prefer to be going against the stereotype, wouldn't you?
At least you know where he is, right? That gives you a chance to get more people to him and get him on the ground.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. Back now on offense, the Buffalo Bills. And 3 interceptions in this game, and I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game?
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. So the ball changing hands on the interception, but meanwhile here we do have an injury on the play. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Fields. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Harris. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
That turns into a very well-orchestrated play right there. Going to work his way out of the backfield to the right. And after he looked it in, he found plenty of space to roam and picked up big yardage.
And in for the Steelers touchdown. Calvin Austin with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Steelers take a 3-touchdown lead. Boswell good with the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The Bills getting set to go. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hand.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. Here's Allen. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 12 yards that time, and a Bills 1st down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
And they'll wind up getting this to the 37, gain of 9. Now Allen. And that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. The Bills with the football as we start quarter number 2, as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Allen now looks to throw. Forced out to his left. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Looking to throw. Allen, flush to it. Touchdown, Bills! James Cook with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Bills get a bit closer. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead will be cut down to 14. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it was James Cook finishing things off with a touchdown catch. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he will have the Steelers first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1. Here's Fields. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Rasul Douglas picks it. They find some open field here. Certainly not his best throw that time, and not a good time to make it, Charles, when they were a nickel with 5 defensive backs on the field.
And that's exactly why you have those 5 DBs out there. You want extra speed on the field, guys who have ball skills and understand what the passing game can do, and gives them a chance to react and make a play on the football, and they take one of those away.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. They take over here with good field position thanks to that nice return after the interception, as they're already in the red zone, 1st and 10. Eluding the pressure right. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Dancing to his left. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. Cook up the gut. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. So stuff for no gain on 2nd down brings up a pretty interesting 3rd from this distance.
I'm throwing the ball, and I'm not even thinking about play pass. I'm going to let them know right away I'm throwing it, but I'm probably giving my quarterback some room. Sprint him out to 1.
Touchdown! Khalil Shakir with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Bills are back within a score. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. So that drive, 4 plays. And it was all polished off with a Khalil Shakir touchdown catch. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Pittsburgh offense making their way back out. They have played so strongly. You look at the scoreboard, you probably, with the way they played, you would think the margin would be a lot bigger, right?
You would. And in your experience, how many times have we run into coaches where they've talked about, hey, we just want to put it in the hands of our defense and have them win the game? In this case,
yeah, not the case.
Not at all. You want to put it in the hands of your offense, but you always feel better about seeing defense because you think defense is a constant and offense kind of comes and goes. Today, this game, no, they need their offense to stay on a really hot level.
They've been hot so far. The Steelers on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. They hand this off to Harris, and he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Here's Fields. And it's incomplete.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
Fields now to throw. Completes it to Austin. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
A shotgun snap. Fields. Here's one deep for Pickens. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
He finds Austin complete. And he's got a... Now Sean McDermott will throw out the challenge flag. The thing that they'll be looking at is a spot of the football, and this is always such a tough one for officials to get exactly right.
Not just because of how fast the game's going, but just trying to get the right sight line to the football. That's not always easy. We'll see what they decide here.
After review of the play, ruling on the field stays.
So not successful there on the challenge, and he'll have to be careful from here on out because he'll only have one challenge remaining. On the give, this is Harris. He'll take this to the 46. 2nd down and 8. From the gun, here's Fields. Fires the out route and completes it to Harris. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the 1st down marker is here on 3rd. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. A short one there to Freiermuth. And he's got a 1st down as the tackle made at the Bills' 31-yard line. Back to throw. Fields. Here's Freiermuth again. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll make it 2nd down. Throwing again is Fields. He gets it complete to Harris. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. On 3rd down, here's Harris. And he will have the 1st down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. And here's another carry for Harris. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. They'll come up 2nd and 7. Out of the gun, Fields. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Let's see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
And that drive is going pretty darn well. 3 previous times converted on 3rd down. But on that one, the defense rose up and said enough of that.
A 38-yard attempt.
Boswell's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So that one on target, and it adds to this 1st half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
And not willing to risk a return. This ball is going to come out to the 30-yard line. Buffalo offense back out ready to go. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's a 2nd down and 4. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40. Here comes 3rd and about a foot. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Allen going to go on 4th down. That is, and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. And the aggressive play call simply does not work out. You're on your own side of the field here. Punt it, right?
Agree with that. There's a time for analytics and a time for being aggressive, but not with this field position. There's also a time for good old football 101 sense.
Yeah.
Punt it away, let your defense take over with better field position.
And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get to field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
Back to throw, Fields. He finds his man, complete. That's Austin. And he's taken down inside the 30.
A gain of 12 yards. That's good for a Steelers first down.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
Now a 2nd and 10.
This is Harris. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. From the gun on 3rd down, Fields work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers.
Mike Williams.
26 yards. And his guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
And now out come the Bills.
Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot.
And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. He got out of the pocket there, was wondering what he was going to do with it, but I think he was calling, his receiver was calling for the ball, wasn't he?
He certainly was. The problem, he called for it too late, and when he delivered, they were all over him in the secondary. And
They've got his man, complete. Got his man, it's caught for a Steelers touchdown.
Calvin Austin
on his way to a monster game, 3 first-half touchdowns.
And the Steelers are able to add on to their first-half lead.
Boswell good with the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half. Those are the kind of drives they like on offense, from the coordinator to the quarterback, the line, everybody. 1-play drive and into the end zone for 6. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Now this is going to be returned from the back line of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Back onto the field now comes the Bills offense. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
Second down in the yard.
They run it again with Cook. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Give to Cook out of the gun. And they'll get him down here at about the 42.
62 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Shakir hauls it in.
And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 31-yard line. It's a 10-yard pickup, and that's enough to move the chains.
That's a nice catch there. Remember, he had the fumble earlier. No way he was giving up the ball in that situation. Secured it tight to his body and picks up the first down.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Allen. And my goodness, another interception.
And the Steelers are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line.
What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. It's a gain of 35. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Austin is there and brings in another one.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the Bills' 36-yard line.
Now it's Fields.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had it and dropped it. That is an unforced error there, and it takes away what could have been a touchdown.
Fields
out to his left. And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there. 4th and 3. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Now Chris Boswell for the Steelers field goal try. On the left hash, officially it's called a 51-yard attempt. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts, so that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And this offense has converted twice already here in this first half on 4th down conversions. And here we go again.
They snap it to Fields. Able to find the open man. That's complete.
The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside. So the drive stays alive after the 4th down conversion. 1st and 10 inside the 30.
That's going to be caught. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown.
George Pickens
in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Steelers will extend their lead here just before halftime.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And the route is on here in this first half.
Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback. And we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
And you wonder if with Allen's arm, they might just take their chances by dialing up a long one.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. A final shot before half for Allen. Flushed out right. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. So we've reached halftime in it.
Well, you can't skip halftime on Sundays, but you can right here. So it's over, and on to the third quarter we march.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3.
And we will not see a return of the dynamic kickoff. And the first drive of the second half will commence from the 30-yard line. The Bills' offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And it's been a rough night at the office for him. He's been more of a liability than an asset throughout the contest. And this offense is having a hard time overcoming his struggles to this point.
Throwing now is Allen. Escaping the pressure right.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Let's give a little credit to the defense on that one. They resisted quite well, and that pass fell incomplete. But this ball game for him, that's just a momentary speed bump. He's played awfully well throwing the football.
Second and 10.
Allen going to throw. Flush to his right.
Has his man. It's Shakir.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Here's Allen. They'll roll him out right.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. That's a first down and then some, a 32-yard pickup. Now Allen again, eluding the pressure right.
A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
He's had a very nice day throwing the football, and I think on this play, he's just trying to buy some time so he can make another big throw downfield. Unfortunately, couldn't connect on that one.
Now Allen, rolling to his right.
That is caught. Kincaid with it.
And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Now Allen.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Coaches talk about it all the time. Players talk about it as well. Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop. Inside the red zone, every stop like that could be preventing a possible touchdown.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. Here's Allen to throw it. And now here is another interception.
Picked off by Cole Holcomb. And the Steelers are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line.
So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10. Now Fields. And here's Freiermuth again.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 41.
Here's Fields.
Completes it to Austin. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
Fields throwing again.
This is caught. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers.
George Pickens.
2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Steelers extend their lead yet again.
Boswell good with the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. The Bills going to take over again on offense. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
And he's going to be ridden out of bounds down inside the 25. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Again, it's Cook. There's a nice move. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. James Cook, a 22-yard scamper. And the Bills are able to eat in just a bit to this sizable deficit. Extra point by Bass, up and good. So they do get one score back, but still a long way to go here in the third quarter. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Still comfortably on top, third quarter, as they start things here with a 1st and 10. And the defense closes quickly there. He'll get maybe a yard to the 33. Out of the gun, Fields. That's swung out wide to Harris. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 3rd down and 1. They run with Harris. And he will have a Steelers 1st down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. Fields now to throw. Oh, Fields is intercepted for a 3rd time. Taylor Rapp with a pick. Pushing his way through. And he is going to score. It's a pick 6 and a Bills touchdown. Tyler Bass now for the point after. And the lead is down to 24. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. Oh, a good-looking return set up there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. This Pittsburgh offense led by Calvin Austin running back out. This defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now they would happily go to their general manager and say, is there any way you could get a trade for him? Bring him over to our team so we don't have to cover him anymore? Because he is really having a heck of a ball game, isn't he?
Boy, he is. I don't know that mid-game trade's going to happen, but good thought. Back to throw. Fields. He finds Austin complete. He's across midfield, and he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. From the gun, here's Fields. He's got this to Pickens. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. George Pickens, 40 yards. And the Steelers have opened the lead up to 30. Extra point now by Boswell. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it was finished off by a George Pickens touchdown grab. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. James Cook running back out now.
He's been a good workhorse. I know we use the word workhorse a lot, but he's been a good workhorse for him in this one.
No doubt about it, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you're looking for if you're a back, because that means everything's coming together for you. Big guys up front have created space. You've run through it. You've probably got some help even from the wide receivers who want to catch passes as opposed to block, but they're helping out too.
Yeah, everyone's pitching in. He's had a good game.
That is complete downfield to Knox. Look at the big fella go.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown.
Dawson Knox.
79 yards.
And the inroads here to that deficit.
When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2.
And a nice return, but he's going to pay for it as they knock him down hard at the end. But George Pickens and the Steelers headed back out for another series.
So far, he has the trio of touchdowns. Obviously, it's been a pretty good game for him.
So if this were hockey, they'd be throwing their hats out on the ice for the hat trick, right? I'm not sure exactly what you do in the NFL except applaud and continue to hope you see a little bit more of this. What a tremendous game.
Do you want to start a new tradition? What can we throw on the field?
I don't know. We'll
throw your mic out there.
A lot of fans would like that. Cut his mic off.
3 touchdowns so far.
And he will have a Steelers first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2. A shotgun snap. Fields fires the out route and completes it to Harris.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. right forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. Second down. Fields. A short one there to Freiermuth. It'll go as a gain of 4. And they're going to face a third down. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. He gets it complete to Harris. So that'll be no better than an incompletion. And it'll be fourth down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on third down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on fourth down. And the Bills are going to get the football back. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. They run with Cook. He's been busy tonight. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Allen. Flushed out right. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down.
Oh, partner, just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
To the air, Allen swinging this out wide here for Cook. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on fourth down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Ball spotted at the 45. Here's a second down and 9. A short one there to Freiermuth. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. They'll come up facing 3rd and 5. Now it's Fields. A short one there to Freiermuth. And he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. Fourth down. They run for it with Harris. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. They'll run again with Harris. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. Options galore here. Second and a few inches. Harris running straight ahead. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. Here's Fields. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
In the early days of the NFL, you could easily blame these drops on maybe some uneven or uncertain lighting in a stadium. Not anymore. The lights are pretty good.
Yeah, they're great here at night, but his second drop, indeed, not a good look. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Warren. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now fourth down. They snap it to Fields. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Pick made by Terrell Bernard. And the Bills are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on fourth down. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores. But, yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And, look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
He'll buy some time right. Has his man, it's Shakir. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable second down.
Final minute now of the third quarter. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. 23 yards, the final tally.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on third down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it, and it's second down.
Well, after watching him ring the bell that many times and put the ball in the end zone throwing it, you had to figure they had to bring some type of pressure. They had to change things up on defense.
And able to get to him, put him on the ground, so maybe just something to throw him off a little bit.
Yeah, that had to feel a lot better for the defensive guys. They've been getting carved up in this one. To finally knock him on the ground and force an incompletion, that's got to be a sigh of relief.
Up the middle, it's Cook. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down. Back now in Pittsburgh. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. The offense on third down tonight, they've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This is 3rd and 7. Allen now looks to throw. Shakir hauls it in. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as...
Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Wiggles free. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 138 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's going on. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 38-yard line. They'll try the middle with Cook. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. 11 more on that one and another first down. He's done his part sailing past the century mark on the ground with rushing yardage, but his team, a different story.
Yeah, they're down big in this ball game, so sometimes you wonder to yourself how much of that is him with a great performance and how much of that is the defense just loosening up because they have a big lead.
11 yards there, just like last play.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
That's complete right around the 8. And the Bills are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. Cook will take this over the line. Touchdown, Buffalo.
Well, he'd been the workhorse on this drive, and it would have been unfair to bring someone else in to finish the job. So they go back to him again, and he delivers with a touchdown run.
The Bills are lining up for a 2-point conversion.
Allen will try to throw for it. And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here.
I have to admit, I love the excitement of the 2-point try. You know, to see what's going to happen, and it happens pretty quickly, doesn't it? You get an answer, and in this case, it was unsuccessful for the guys trying it.
Completely unrelated. I just realized that I stole both of your pins in this last game. My bad, partner.
Hey, that's okay. Well, and just in the time they went for 2.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Got an open man. It's Pickens. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. To throw is Fields. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete.
Partner, they've been aggressive, airing it out all game long, and no better evidence than those last 2 snaps. They weren't going to beat this coverage, though, 2 plays in a row, and that one falls incomplete.
Now Fields. And this is caught inside the 5. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. George Pickens, 40 yards. And the Steelers are able to stretch out their lead. So that one, his 4th touchdown catch of the game, one behind the all-time record of 5. Boswell for the extra point. And they open the lead up now to 25 points. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it was finished off by a George Pickens touchdown grab. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The Bills offense back out onto the field. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And the throw there going to be incomplete. He had to absorb another little bump there from the defense, another incomplete pass. We've seen a lot of that tonight.
They've come after him all night long. Nothing but pressure in his face. He's trying to stand up there and make throws. It's hard enough to do when the pocket is clear. When you got all those people in front of you, almost impossible to have a good completion percentage.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. One final try here for Allen. Lines up and lets it go for Samuel. And he is going to have the Bills' first down. And it is a big letdown there defensively. They somehow allowed to convert on 4th and long. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this, and you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line coach will have plenty to say about this game.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
Throwing now is Allen. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. So after the conversion on 4th, here's 1st and 10 just outside of the red zone. Under pressure, and he'll go down back at the 26-yard line. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Here's Allen to throw it. Open man is Samuel, complete. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. 3rd and 7 now. Allen going to throw. That is caught. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Amari Cooper, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Bills are able to cut into that deficit. He's got them out now to a 3-score lead here in the 4th quarter after that one, CD. And, well, he looked right off the line like he knew that that ball was coming his way, and he secured it for 6 points.
Yeah, and I think when you're leading by a healthy margin already, it actually loosens you up and allows you to take maybe a few more chances and definitely play with more confidence, because he certainly saw something he could exploit in the defense, and he made sure to let his quarterback know, just get it to me. And the rest was all up to him, and he delivered and made it a 3-score game.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Najee Harris and the rest of this offense work their way back onto the field.
On the other side, they've had trouble stopping him not only on the ground but through the air. He's hit the century mark running the ball. He's approaching that receiving it.
I'm starting to think, Brandon, we're going to have to start judging running backs by a little bit different standard. And we know the gold standard now is 1,000 yards running the football. But I think we've got to start looking at all-purpose yards, yards from scrimmage. That's probably a better measure of what you're getting from these backs, because look at the game we're getting here. He's run it well, but overall his damage has been done catching it.
Yeah, and I'm curious to see if that will continue.
Al runs straight ahead with Warren. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down. Here's Fields. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Warren. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. On the give, it's Warren. And he will have a Steelers first down, maybe by about a yard, as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches. Fields now to throw. A short one there to Freiermuth. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. A handoff for Warren. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. On the run, it's Warren. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. Back to throw, Fields. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Opening carry of the game for Cordero Patterson. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Cordero Patterson taking it in from a yard out. And the Steelers' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. This defense held out as long as they could, but ultimately the running game wears them down from the 1-yard line.
And that gets set up throughout the entire drive, doesn't it? And when you put those big bodies and determination into that carry, the end result, touchdown.
Fields trying to throw for it.
And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Pick made by Terrell Bernard.
It's interesting that when it comes to 2-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here.
As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game. And they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive. So we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, and that's always a question that you have when you have to come off the bench after having sat there for a long time. Are you ready to go? Are you loosened up? But even more so, are you mentally alert and ready to put your best product out there?
Cook up the gut. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
167 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
Now Allen sliding out of the pocket.
He throws it on the move but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. Now Allen. They'll roll him out right. And my goodness, another interception. Dante Jackson picks it. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six for a Steeler touchdown. Extra point now by Boswell. The PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play. Well, things obviously not going their way. Trailing here in the fourth quarter, and that penalty going to go ahead and give the other side some extra yardage.
We all know it's an intense game and things can get heated out there. That's part of the battle. But bottom line, you got to keep your cool. That was not an example of doing that.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Bills offense coming out, ready to take over. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Linebacker Patrick Queen bringing him down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down. We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's...
Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. Now Allen, got to have this one. Looking for Cooper, that's complete. But they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a first. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Boswell for the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. A nice, tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only one play to score it. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And he'll get to the 30-yard line before going out of bounds. And here come the Bills. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly.
And now here is another interception. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every...
And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. Extra point now by Boswell. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he probably wishes he would have sat on that one. Instead, he's only able to get this up beyond the 15-yard line. The Bills ready to take over. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me, you just go ahead and run out the clock, shake hands, congratulations, and move on. Because now, you're not going to make up for what's happened during the game in this last sequence.
We'll see what they do here in this last sequence. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
I'm not quite sure what he thought he saw there, but the reality was certainly a much different picture than what he anticipated. And give credit to the defense. They were down on the flash when he broke out of there, and they forced him out with almost nothing to show for his efforts.
Here's Allen.
A short throw pulled in by Kincaid.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining.
Now this is certainly one of the bigger losses that we are going to see for quite some time. And you have to think at this point where we're at in the fourth quarter with how wide this advantage is. For this offense, they're just trying to end things with a positive drive and then get the heck out of here.
Yeah, if this had been a concert, you would have heard plenty of sour notes in this one. But they start.
And my goodness, another interception.
Picked off by Patrick Queen.
And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but
and they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Boswell for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. One play, and they're able to hit pay dirt. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. One final shot. They'll look to throw.
And that is going to officially draw the curtain on this one as the last throw intercepted. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. And the Steelers come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago, and you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.
These folks in the circle on hand kick. Underway from Indianapolis.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. And here's a look at their leader. standing 6'4".
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
Richardson looking to throw this. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
He's got him in. Complete. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
And now Mitchell,
82 yards.
and the Colts march right down the field in 3 plays to claim the early advantage. Well, they said that they wanted to get him involved early, and what a way to cap their opening drive, Charles. We know he's one of the fastest receivers in the NFL, and he showcased it on that play.
And when you have a guy like that, you want to make sure the defense sees him or you want to see how they're going to adjust, how they're going to try and guard him, because they can't replicate his speed in practice unless they've got one of the few guys who are as fast as he is. And all it took was one drive, he burned them, and I don't think it's the last time they call his number in this one.
Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away.
Now Lewis selects to return it. And the decision to bring it out, kind of a costly one, as he won't make it back to the 20. First look at the Cowboys offense as Dak Prescott gets ready to guide them.
And I'll bet he's talking to his guys about resisting the temptation to try and turn this into an up-and-down game. Almost like basketball, where both teams press, and one team gets an advantage, the other team's trying to run with them, and they're just not equipped for it. Doesn't matter whether you're equipped or not. Just settle in, get calm before you go for the big strikes.
Prescott now. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Able to hit his target, Lamb.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
They'll throw again. Prescott.
A short one there taken in by Ferguson.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
They run here with Rico Dowdle.
And he's brought down short. 2 yards there. Needed 4.
4th and short, partner. I mean, this would be a really risky call. Here we are in the first quarter.
On your own side of the field.
Side of the field. But, boy, what a tone setter that would be to go for it and get it, wouldn't it?
You're gritty today. I like it.
I'm feeling it.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They're indeed going for it. It's Prescott. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down.
On the run, it's Dowdle.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
Here's 2nd and 10.
To throw is Prescott. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 35.
And now a stoppage, and it looks like we have a Colt who was shaken up on that last play. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
Here's Prescott. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Throwing middle, and it's complete. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot. Looking to throw. Prescott.
An off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches.
They run here with Dowdle.
And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. Prescott to throw it. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, Brandon, we see why it's a team game there, because there's a sigh of relief that they just released defensively. If he's able to get that one away, that's likely a touchdown. But instead, that pressure from the front got to him and forced the incompletion.
You're right. He had him open just a split second too late on the release. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
The good signal callers will never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
Prescott on 3rd and goal. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Brandon Cooks from 4 yards out.
And the Cowboys respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey.
And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
2nd drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts.
So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
Richardson out of the shotgun.
And his throw here is going to be incomplete.
Kylan Granson, the intended receiver.
And it's 3rd and 4.
Running straight ahead, Taylor.
And he's brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. That's to his running back, complete. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43.
From the 43, it's 2nd and 3. Richardson looking to throw. That's caught by his tight end, Kylan Granson.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down.
Now it's Richardson.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown.
Tyler Goodson
taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Colts have taken the lead.
Sometimes you get a first and goal and you're back near the 7, 8, 9-yard line, and you start thinking, maybe we'll run it here on first down to get half of what we need, so maybe we can have 2 or 3 shots at going for it from closer range. So this is a bonus right here. What a great run to work his way into the end zone.
Gay is on for the point after. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter. So that drive goes 8 plays, and in the end it's capped off by a 7-yard run.
Matt Gay to kick off for the Colts.
to the 30-yard line.
Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
From the 38 now, here's second and a couple.
Looking middle, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Now Prescott. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. It's another first down as they look his way again, this time 19 yards.
Well, this is where reading defenses and practice time comes into play. You've got to know what you're running versus zone versus man and how to run the proper route. And they just executed that one pretty well.
Here's Prescott. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Prescott yet again. Over the middle, it's complete. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Now Prescott. Touchdown, Cowboys! Kevontae Turpin from 6 yards away. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from drawing level. And oh, he missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Colts getting another possession here on offense. Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3, because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, and right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence, because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line.
Second down and 3. They give to Taylor out of the gun.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack.
Osa Odighizuwa with the effort there to earn the sack.
This offense converted once already in this first quarter. They're going to try it again here on 4th down.
They'll go for it. Here's Richardson.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Prescott. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. throwing. Prescott. And Cooks has it over the middle.
From the 21, here's the 2nd and 5.
Prescott from the gun. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 7 yards there and a first down. Back to throw again. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. A running play. It's Dowdle. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Throwing middle, and it's complete.
Yeah, the Cowboys are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott.
And the Cowboys have taken the lead. Aubrey now for the point after.
He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it culminates in a Dallas touchdown.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away.
And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line.
So now the possession will begin at the 35 after the errant kickoff.
Well, that's certainly one way to avoid a dangerous kick returner, I suppose, but you are giving up extra yardage, that's for sure. Because if you put it out of the end zone, they start at the 25. So at a minimum, you're giving up 10 yards to the offense.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd down and 7. And he'll get maybe a couple, if that, up to the 46. Back to throw. Here's Richardson.
Rolling to his right. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down.
From the gun, it's Taylor.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
They run once more with Taylor.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd. To the right side, complete to Taylor. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 16 yards to pick up there. The Colts have a first down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he takes it in for a Colts score.
Tyler Goodson
With his 2nd touchdown here in this first half.
And the Colts are an extra point away from capturing the lead.
And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on. Uh-oh, flag comes out here. This is going to be roughing the kicker.
When you're going back there on the kick block, you've got to go to the right point. That didn't happen. Ran into the kicker. The penalty flag had to come out.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. A strong running. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll be brought. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Back to throw. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. He gets it to Cooks. 2 touchdowns for him already in this first half. This one good for a 1st down. Back to throw here.
Left side to Lamb.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. Prescott now. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2.
And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Well, they'll say no to the 46-yard field goal try. They're going to go for it. They're going to look to throw. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. Mike McCarthy took the gamble, didn't pay off. And the Colts are going to take over with a football.
Now Richardson.
He's going to let it go deep for Mitchell. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Richardson.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Here's Richardson to throw.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line.
And Richardson looks to throw once more.
There goes a deep ball in zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Adnan Mitchell
With his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead is up to 8. Just a 4-play drive that time. And the result for the Colts is a touchdown.
following the touchdown. Here's Gay to kick it away. Now Lewis selects to return it. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field.
They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't even want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. To throw is Prescott.
He'll find Lamb. That's complete. Down the left sideline. Room here to run. CeeDee Lamb. Touchdown, Cowboys. CeeDee Lamb.
79 yards.
And the Cowboys are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. So the numbers are starting to pile up here early on. We have yet to reach halftime, yet that is already now 4 touchdown passes. Aubrey now for the PAT.
And this is now a one-point game. The long touchdown pass gets them 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line.
The Colts now, their offense works their way back onto the field.
Now Richardson back to throw it. Running this slant, and he finds Mitchell.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Richardson looking to throw this. That's another one complete to Mitchell.
So the completion good for 7 there. And it'll be second down.
Richardson looking to throw.
He'll take a shot for the end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
He's put up numbers in this one by pushing the envelope a bit whenever he could with deeper throws. But let's play a little philosophy here. Some plays it works. Sometimes they're ready for you. And that time, they were on guard. Incomplete.
And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
It's a gain of 14 yards. That's good for the Colts. First and 10.
Now it's Richardson. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
So it looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
And it's complete to Mitchell. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Looking to throw. Richardson able to find the open man. That's complete. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown.
And now Mitchell
on his way to a monster game. First half touchdowns.
And the Colts are able to widen their advantage.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead is up to 8. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it culminates in an Indianapolis touchdown. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Out comes CeeDee Lamb and the rest of the Dallas offense,
making his presence felt early in this one. First half, already over the century mark.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but he's shredding defense, is getting big yardage with each and every one of them.
Looking middle, and that's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Here's Prescott. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Lamb. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
It's a gain of 23 yards. First down, Cowboys.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 36.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Over the middle, it's complete. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down. Now Prescott.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
It's a gain of 6. And the Cowboys first down.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder coming up here at halftime. We'll ship you off to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman will have first half highlights and analysis from a back-and-forth first half that we've seen. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. And that is, I think he caught it. He did, but they'll say out of bounds. It'll be incomplete.
A penalty accepted, and they move the ball forward.
Automatic first down.
Here's Prescott. And he comes back with one complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown.
Rico Dowdle
Taking it in from 11 yards out.
And the Cowboys have cut the lead back down to 2.
So Dak will bring the Cowboys up to go for the 2-point try. Prescott, they're going to throw for it. Throws right side. And he's got it. So they went ahead and went for 2 to tie the game, and it works out. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36.
Good starting field position for the Colts as they have it 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. He'll buy some time right.
Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Well, the great coach said football is really a simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush won, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
And Mitchell
on his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns.
And the Colts will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away.
And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Cowboy offense is going to head out now late in this first half. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range.
Prescott to throw it. Throw left side complete. That's Lamb. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime.
2nd and 5.
Prescott sliding out of the pocket. He finds his man complete. It's Ferguson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. It's a gain of 20 as we wind down near 20 seconds left in the quarter.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way. A dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now Prescott. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Whoa, it still won't go down.
Boy, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes just fooled by the type of zone.
And this is caught. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
And Mitchell.
In the final seconds of the first half.
And the Colts will extend their lead here just before halftime. And that touchdown, his 5th touchdown grab of the game, and that ties him with Jerry Rice from 1990, Kellen Winslow Sr. from 1981, and Bob Shaw back in 1950 for most receiving touchdowns in a single NFL contest.
And the formula there on the two-point try, they go 5 wide, not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
A happy sight for a lot of these fans. We're jumping right over halftime and getting back into the action.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter.
It's the Cowboys who get the football first, and they trail here as well as we resume action in the third quarter. And no return forthcoming. It'll be a touchback, and the third quarter will start from the 30.
Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter.
And right out of the gate, they face what you think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start calling back, they've got to start putting more pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done. Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw, trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
Throwing. Prescott being chased out left. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Looking to throw. Prescott. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down.
I'd say it's not panic time yet, but let's be honest about it. Empty possession here, not what you're looking for when you're down a couple of scores.
Absolutely not. Trying to start the second half off on the right foot. Unfortunately, going to give the ball up. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They're indeed going for it. It's Prescott. Looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted. And he will bring it back. An interception return for the Colts TD.
Well, if there was any thought that this thing might turn around for this offense in the second half, I think those thoughts pretty well dashed after that interception return there.
It just has not been a good outing for this unit whatsoever. There's no other way to say it.
And he's going to go down. Can't get rid of it. So a sack on the 2-point try.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Well, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Like a sudden.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
It's a game of 10. First down, Dallas.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And Prescott, his third interception. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. And the Colts are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line.
The Colts take over first and 10 at their own 47-yard line.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up first and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. Rolling to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. He's got Granson, his tight end. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So first and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in for second-half blowout material. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Back to throw. Here's Richardson. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Powering his way forward. And the Cowboys are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. CD, I know from working with you that you're about as old school as they come. Your thoughts on throwing that ball for the 1-yard line?
Yeah, I just got done walking my dinosaur, as you well know, and ordinarily I'm screaming, run the football from the 1-yard line. But if you are going to throw it, just take extra care. That didn't happen there, and they turned the ball over.
And this defense able to plug him up there as he'll get a yard to the 35. They run again with Dowdle. Fighting him off. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Cowboys first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3.
First down, Cowboys.
Prescott now. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. Now here's a handoff out of the gun. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. That is caught, and he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. His huge night, it just continues as he's now north of 200 yards receiving.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Prescott from the gun. And a quick throw here, that's complete. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. They'll throw again. Prescott escaping. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have the Cowboys first down. And that was something else. A big pickup on 4th and long to give him a new set of downs. Cook's full extension. It's complete.
Complete to Brandon Cooks. First and goal at the 5-yard line.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
To throw is Prescott. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Jalen Tolbert, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Cowboys get a bit closer. Aubrey good with a PAT. And the lead will be cut down to 14. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. The Colts offense and Anthony Richardson ready for this next possession. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a first. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And the Cowboys will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, third quarter, but that not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
He'll get this to his running back, Dowdle. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And they'll get him down right about the 20.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. Slot man moves right. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. This one swung out to Vaughn. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Deuce Vaughn, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Cowboys have cut it back within a score. Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Now the Colts offense gets ready to head back on the field. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Richardson. And he's got Granson over the middle. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Now Richardson. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up the...
And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Kylan Granson, a 24-yard touchdown. And the Colts have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Here's Gay now to add the extra point. And the lead is up to 14. A drive there of just 4 plays. And the result for the Colts is a touchdown. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. Dallas offense set for this next drive. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've gotten pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts 43.
Hands it off out of the gun.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. He'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Final minute now of the third quarter. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
Now Prescott. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Well, it looked like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Prescott from the gun on third. Flush to his right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. Here's Prescott.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown.
CeeDee Lamb.
His 2nd touchdown of the night.
And the Cowboys are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the third. Aubrey good with a PAT.
And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Here's Richardson to throw. Open man down the field. This is Mitchell. Now he's into the clear again.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Adonai Mitchell.
74 yards.
And the Colts get another third quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead now up to 14. They certainly made quick work of that. Ultra quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see. Just one play resulting in the touchdown.
Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. From a star in college to a star in the NFL, CeeDee Lamb at wide receivers. He brings out this offense.
Seems like the measuring stick for a receiver for a great game is 100 yards. Well, he's well past that now.
And as we analyze how he's getting him, that's where it really becomes fun because, let's face it, they keep sending coverage at him, keep trying to put the pressure on, yet he finds ways downfield and finds openings. That's a really crafty receiver.
So the completion results there in 9 yards, and that'll give him a short yardage situation here for 2nd down.
2nd down in the yard.
Now Prescott.
Left side to Lamb. And Lamb going to have a Cowboys first down as the tackle made up at the 40.
Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Cowboys in possession of the football, but they trail here as we begin the 4th quarter play. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. He finds some way to turn this into positive yardage as he struggles forward for a pickup of about 2. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for 1st.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
That he's brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4. And the move from Mike McCarthy is going to be to keep the offense on the field here on 4th down. They're going for it.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 45.
Now Richardson back to throw it.
He's going to let it go deep for Mitchell. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Jordan Lewis.
And the Cowboys are right back in this football game.
2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. Throwing, Prescott.
Room past the 35.
And finally, down at the 41-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
Good yardage on the completion there. And when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
2nd and 10.
Prescott.
Over the middle, hauled in by Lamb.
A gain of 8 there on the play. And now that sets up 3rd and 2. Looking to throw. Prescott.
Open man Lamb. It's complete.
And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts 42.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. 99 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
This 2nd and 4.
Here's Prescott. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. And they just keep marching right along. 1st down on a pickup of 8 there.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Prescott to throw it. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Throwing on 2nd and long. Prescott toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. In motion goes the tight end. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions of what was once a nice drive, stalled out here. I'm going to give credit to the secondary partner. Never gave up as they gave up a few yards, and they came through on that play to deny that pass and force the 4th down.
The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. And this is going to wind up left. Well struck, but it's no good, and this will remain a 2-touchdown game.
And anytime you see a kicker trot out to try one from 56 yards, you know everything's got to come off perfectly for it to have a chance. If the laces aren't quite right, if he doesn't hit the fat part of the ball just right, it's unlikely to go.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
Picked off by DeMarvion Overshown. And the Cowboys are right back in this football game.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 score.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
Picked off by Zaire Franklin.
And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
This spot in the fourth quarter with that deficit, had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit, try and get them out of it. But as you know...
And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception.
Picked off by DeMarvion Overshown. And the Cowboys are right back in this football game.
And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Prescott now. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line.
A gain of 9 yards. First down, Cowboys.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Quick hitter here, it's complete. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
Now 3rd down and 7.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down.
So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here, 1st and 10.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. But we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have him looking at 3rd and 10. To throw is Prescott. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he is stopped just short on 3rd down. Got 9 yards, but needed 10.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. A big pickup of 12 yards on 4th down to keep this drive from stalling. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays that have been successful throughout the game that have worked in the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
Looking mid, and he coughed it up.
Oh, one of the linebackers has got it.
And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
The Colts offense and Adonai Mitchell headed onto the field, and he's looking to finish strong. He has been the star of the show. The Indy off the line and set to go. turnover that just got them the football back, obviously a big one, because had they been able to score on the other side, this would have been a one-possession game.
So you don't sense full relief here then?
No, I don't, especially with the ball this deep in their own territory, because you make a mistake, they've got it right back in prime position.
They certainly do. So now, almost like, almost like a 4-minute offense, right? Take care of this bad boy. Make sure the other team doesn't touch it, but move it with consistent gains.
It got his man complete. And all the way to the opposite 49-yard line.
Richardson looking to throw this.
That's caught inside the 20. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10.
And Richardson yet again.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds, right around the 7. The offense on third down tonight, they've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. This will be 3rd and 5. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
This is what defensive coaches ask of their defenders every single ball game. Get a hand on every throw in coverage. They want the deflections. They want the knockaways. Pick it yourself if you can, but at least knock it down and guarantee it's incomplete.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Colts unable to convert here on 4th down. And the Cowboys defense is going to get them the football back. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They are looking to make, and oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Picked up by Kenny Moore, and they'll spot him at the 3-yard line.
That's such a costly interception, nearly a pick 6, but now they're so close they are knocking on the door for a touchdown.
And I never want to get on any team for being aggressive because that's part of what their makeup is, and oftentimes it's successful. But in this case, you've got to be selective about it and make sure you take care of the football. That interception almost cost them 6 points. Now their defense has to run onto the field, probably giving the quarterback a few side eyes along the way. They've got to see if they can stop a score.
And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown.
Kylan Granson.
A beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game.
And the Colts have put this one to bed here in the 4th quarter.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
Charles, he's now over 400 yards passing in this one. It feels like he has a zillion completions. Just a very memorable effort from a guy that we thought could be in line for a big game, and he has exceeded our expectation.
That he has, and I'm not really surprised at all because when you look at this offensive unit, they are loaded across the board. And, of course, the guy throwing them, he's a big-time player himself. They brought it from start to finish and really helped get the better of the opposing secondary.
And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about.
So they'll accept that penalty, and that'll, of course, move the football up the field.
Prescott from the gun. He gets it to Cooks. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that'll make it 2nd down. They'll throw again. Prescott. And a quick throw here. That's complete.
That one a first down pickup of 8. And this will probably be the final play before the 2-minute warning. Back to throw again. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain. He'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And this one too low. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Steps away. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a first down. Dowdle. Bowling his way into the end zone. It's a touchdown. Well, we have seen the stiff arm get a bit of renaissance here in recent seasons, and that was pure strength there as he forced his way into the end zone.
And when you think of guys who use the stiff arm so effectively, I go back to guys like Earl Campbell, Walter Payton, some recent guys like Marshawn Lynch. Let's go to the Wayback Machine. Bronco Nagurski, he dealt out a wicked stiff arm.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. That one looks like he'll throw here. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
That's a really nice job there by the coverage, understanding that they're in a high-stakes situation. If he doesn't make a play on that ball, there's an excellent chance it ends up either as a touchdown or as a nice gain downfield.
Now it's Richardson. He'll let one go deep for downs. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. Richardson looking to throw. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
The coverage was good, but I just wonder if they absolutely fooled the quarterback on that play. I think he was expecting something else, ended up with nowhere to throw the football successfully.
Richardson working from the gun. And this one incomplete. Oh, he couldn't hang on to it in the end zone, and that's one that'll haunt you. And now it brings up 3rd down. Here's Richardson to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Kylan Granson, 28 yards. And the Colts have made it a 3-score game now here in the 4th. Richardson will throw for it. And no, it falls incomplete. So the 2-point conversion, no good. So the defense gets the stop. I know it's situation to situation, but who has more pressure there, offense or defense, when they go for 2?
I truly believe it's the defense has more pressure because the offense has a...
Looking up into the roof, and he muffs it. It's loose. And this will get out of bounds. No worries there, though. That still goes as a touchback. Now Prescott. Over the middle, it's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Quick hitter here. It's complete. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Yeah, he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that one going to fall incomplete.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Now Prescott.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this 4th quarter of play. To the air again, Prescott. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they just took a timeout with 2 seconds to go. This one obviously decided. Not sure they needed to take it, but we'll take it with them. One last shot now for Prescott. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance. Well, by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go to each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.